Yes, roofies were introduced to the U.S. as early as the 1970s. There were three stories in the media about roofies in 1993, 25 in 1994, and 854 in 1996. So just look at that span, how quick it has gone on, like the numbers have grown. So you really have to be aware of when you're out, whether you're by yourself or you're with a group of women, never leave your drink unattended, ever. Never let someone say, hey, let me buy you a drink. If someone says, let me buy you a drink, okay, great. I want to go to the bar with you. I want to watch that drink be poured. If it's a drink that needs to be opened, I want to open it myself. It's easy for people to get their hands on this stuff because, I don't know if you ladies know, but a roofie can cost anywhere from $1 to $5. $5 is the minimum price that these people are paying. And some people don't even do it because they want to date rape you. Some people do it for the pure enjoyment of, let me slip this in their drink and see how goofy they act. Or let me see her reaction. But what these people don't know is she could have a medical condition, and that roofie that you slip in her drink could cause her bodily harm or even death.
And they're doing it more for control of a person,
Absolutely.
not necessarily to rape somebody. A lot of your symptoms, if you end up thinking that you might have something in your drink, is dizziness, slurred speech, trouble moving, uncontrollable muscles, your heartbeat races, confusion. If you have any of these symptoms for no reason at all, you might want to find somebody
attention.
and see what's going on.
And I think what's important about all of that too, sometimes we think, hey, we can control the situation because we would know it took place. Whereas if you're roofied, if it's in a clear liquid, which most of us out at bars, dimly lit establishments, we're not looking at our drinks to see like, hey, have I been roofied? But some of the key things is that your drink may be cloudy. The only thing that is of major concern is it has no smell, it has no taste. If it's dropped into a beer or a darker drink, even a soda, you may not. They can put it in your food.
Right, so
you
you're not
won't
gonna
be
know.
aware.
You're not
Exactly.
gonna know.
You're going to have no idea until you begin to feel the effects, which can take somewhere from 15 to 30 minutes to take hold of you, and then the symptoms can last up to 36 hours. And it's funny that you're saying about, hey, it could be, it could be life-threatening because you could be on medication, you could be on something else, or someone slipping you, a stranger is slipping you something that they don't know the effects. If they drop 2 pills in it instead of 1, what could that potentially be?
Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys remember the story about the young lady, and I don't know that she was roofied or just more over drinking, but not following the safety in numbers. And she was a college student, and the guys, this was maybe like a couple years ago, raped her. People tried to stop it, threw her behind a trash can, and they ended up being prosecuted for it at one of the colleges, and I can't remember where, but it was a symptom of, not that she was necessarily roofied, but she probably had friends. You're taught the same thing. Like my mom was always like, stay together no matter what happens. She was by herself, and a group of guys raped her.
And this happens a lot at colleges. This happens an awful lot.
Yeah.
Nearly 11 million women in the United States have been raped while drinking and roofied. So again, that just goes back to be more aware of your surroundings, ladies. Like, don't leave your drink down. If you're going on the dance floor, maybe take your drink with you. Or if
drink it before you go.
If you're drink the whole thing before you go. I mean, just get tipsy, but never leave your drink unattended. Or if you're with your girlfriend, hey, look, we're together. Please watch my back tonight because I'm gonna watch yours. Never feel like you're safe. Because you're not.
Right. Never feel like that's a good idea.
Even though you're in a familiar place with familiar people, there's always somebody who doesn't belong there. There's not a person.
Not everybody's good.
Right. Not everybody in that establishment is a regular. Like, you're a regular where I go. You're a regular. I'm a regular. So we feel comfortable. But so we seem to let our guard down, and that's when it happens. And I'm going to share a story with you all. I was at an establishment, and of course I let my guard down. I'm safe. I'm with everybody I know. And me and my husband, we got into a little, I got an attitude because I'm drinking. Next thing I know, I am walking up the road. My husband follows me up the road. At the time, we were not married. Get in the car. Please let me take you home. If something were happening to you, I would never forgive myself. You have kids, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember any of this. I remember bits and pieces of it from him telling me. It was kind of like a twilight coming to me. I ended up butterball naked, running up a road from him.
I'm sorry.
I was kicking.
I know we're not supposed to be laughing.
No, seriously, because this is
Butterball naked.
I literally, he tried to grab me.
Did you have a popper?
Yes.
He tried to grab me to put me in the car, and I just came out of my dress. And anybody that knows me knows I don't like my bare feet on the ground. I was barefoot.
Absolutely.
I was butterball naked, and I was running up the darkest road. Like, shut your eyes. Literally, shut your eyes. That's what the road looked like that I was running up. And he tried to stop me, and I was cussing and screaming, I fucking hate you, whatever. I don't remember. I'm just telling you from what he told me. He is driving a friend's car, a very nice BMW, by the way, and I am kicking this car. So when I tell you, don't let your guard down just because you're around people you feel comfortable with, because there was one person that was probably there that I don't know. And it takes one time.
Well, somebody walking by.
Well, it's funny because
exactly.
on the way here,
Right.
a girl on the bus was telling me a story that one time she drank, this was many years ago, she ended up butterball naked, but she was on a bed, not on a road. She said that she drank something, and she thinks what happened was she was seeing different guys, and they were friends, and a guy she said to, hey, this isn't a serious relationship, but I'm just coming past to see you. She said she had 2 drinks. She's a heavy drinker. And can hold her liquor. So she has 2 drinks and ended up blacking out. And she thinks that he slipped her something. And she's like, to this day, I can't prove it, but I think he slipped something in my drink.
As a woman, you know your limits. And that's another thing I want to say. Ladies, when you're out, if we're all out together and I say, take this shot, Daria, take this shot, you know your limits. Please don't take a shot or a drink because somebody else wants you to. Know your limits. No, I'm good. I'm at the level I need to be at, and be safe.
And unfortunately, that's very hard for people to do. Everybody gets excited in the moment, and then, like we were doing little shots on our bus, and then one leads to another. Daria was very good because she's like, I don't do this. But, you know,
I'm not doing it.
getting down to, like, the bar situation, honestly, I looked it up. There are cups about the size of a drink that they're giving already, about this size. And really the bar should think about this. They should buy a cup with a lid and a straw. First of all, it's an advertisement for the bars.
Are you talking about this stretch thing that goes
No,
over top of the
just
cup?
a cup.
A cup with a
like
lid.
a cup like we use. Like the cup, but not that fancy or anything. It's just a normal cup. It's clear. The ones I had was purple. It has a lid and a straw on it. So not only are the bars going to be able to advertise with this, but they're going to make women feel safer at the bars because now your drink is completely capsulized.
But you know what I saw, which maybe, Amy, you can add this when you add some of the tips onto the page, is that there's a stretchy, and I'm like, are they trying to send me a sign? It's a kind of a stretchy lid. That it's just like rubber that you put over top and you stick your straw in. And
right,
honestly,
and these are the things I think bars should supply. The cups alone, they're 97 cents a piece. So you're going to say to these ladies, you know what, I want you to feel safe in my bar. Right. This is a 97 jar. You know, you get your drink, it saves them money.
Or add it, like if there's a cover charge coming in your bar,
right,
just
add
it to
that
it.
97 cents.
I agree.
Exactly.
I know sometimes when I go out, I take a cup with a lid.
I do too.
But if I have to go somewhere and this is the cup they give me, I will take a napkin and poke
I do too.
through my straw and lay it.
So that's a good
Or I'll
idea.
sit like this
No.
with my hand.
I bring a hair tie. So I will put the napkin over my straw. I will take the hair tie over top of it. You're not moving that. Do you see
Without
what I'm
me
saying?
seeing you.
Right.
Yeah.
You
And
have to go
ladies,
through
these are
something.
things that you should think about yourself when going in. Just say you don't go in with somebody else. Amy, Daria's ideas are something that's really good if you walk away from your drink, even for a moment.
Well, and the kicker with walking away from your drink, and I'll just say this, unless you're going to pick a designated watcher, meaning someone who's not indulging and having a good time too, because what happens is your intent is good and you're like, oh yeah, I'm talking, and my drinks are on the bar, you're talking to someone here just for a brief second. It only takes a second. And like you said, it's not necessarily that someone wants to slip you the Mickey to take advantage of you in every instance, but just to see you.
Just to see how you're going to react.
Absolutely. Or sometimes, let's be honest,
out of control.
people come to a bar, don't like women. Hey, how am I going to get at women? Look how many serial killers were like, hey, I hated my mom and I became a serial. I'm saying that sounds dramatic and to probably the far extreme of it, but it's the truth.
But it's the truth,
So,
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's funny. As we talked about the subject, I think back to from the time I went to school to current day and teach it to my kids as well. My mom said, if you leave your lunch tray, you just leave it there and go buy another one. So from the first day I ever stepped in school, that's what I was taught, which carries over to adulthood.
Right.
Of if you leave a drink, honest to goodness, even if it's $10, and for whatever reason I have to leave a drink
It's
sitting
not
there,
worth it.
I do not come back to a bar and drink
But-
or a table
Is
eating.
this $10 drink worth your life?
Absolutely
possibly?
not, and that's why
Do
it
you
sits
see what I'm
there.
saying? Because again, I don't know what medications you're on. I just might want to see how
Exactly.
you react to a roofie, and I drop it in your drink, and now it chemically reacts to another medication that you're on for whatever reason, and it could possibly kill you.
And ladies, don't ever think this doesn't happen to men as well, because
It does.
Men get roofied as well. Yes.
And you could be, in all honesty, you could be with a group of women, and maybe this woman doesn't really like you.
Absolutely.
Is she going to do something evil
Absolutely.
to you? So please don't always think this happens to women, because men, I'm sure, and we didn't get a certificate, we didn't really
Statistics.
look statistics
Right.
on what
Well,
it was
I do
for
have
men.
I have a thing here. It says in 1996, poison control in Miami documented more than 100 roofie associated rapes and another 200 rapes possibly related to these drugs. I mean,
And remember, with men, men more than likely don't come forward.
right,
Correct.
because
Just
they're,
report
they're
it. They're
embarrassed.
This
They're-
is probably not even close to what it really is.
absolutely,
Or
absolutely.
even women who don't come
Right, who
forward
don't
and
come
say
forward.
like, hey, or don't even realize
Don't even
the
realize they
symptoms
were
of the
raped.
fact that they were
They
roofied
might
and
not
then
even
taken
know,
advantage
right.
of. Exactly.
Absolutely.
So, these are the conversations we want to have with our audience. If you think of something you really want us to talk about, please make it more than just the lifestyle, because we want to talk about lifestyle, and it's lifestyle of people in general, not just.
Like your lifestyle in general.
Right.
Yes.
Not just the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So our next show is going to be 14?
Yes, November 14th.
November 14th is going to be our next show. We hope that you guys tune in to see us. It will be Sunday at 7 p.m. as long as we don't run a little bit late like we did this time. So we
Sorry.
do.
And if
we
it
do
does, bear
apologize.
with us.
Right.
We're
we
new.
We're new to
apologize.
this. We're new to this. But
We're new.
I'm just gonna give a few things. If you are out alone, because most women don't, but there's those times
Right.
that you are out alone. Ladies, always make sure at least one person knows where you are at all times.
Absolutely.
Park as close as you can to the door of the establishment. If you can't get close to the door, ladies, park in a very well lit area. When returning to your car, have your phone out in your hand. If you just have a number ready to dial, that's great. Or be on the phone with somebody. Carry mace or some other type of defense mechanism that you could protect yourself with. You could take a self-defense course. Also, have your keys out and ready to go. Please don't ever get to your car and be fiddling through your bag for your keys.
Right.
Get your keys before you leave the establishment. Have your keys in your hand and ready to go. Get in your car and lock that
Can
door.
I add something? And me, paranoid, I always look in my back seat. So before I get
Yeah.
into my car, I actually look in the back seat just
there
to be
was
sure.
there was actually a one of those TV series where the people would tend to hide underneath of your car.
That's
So you
another
wouldn't
good
know
point.
they were there, so they would grab you, and then by that time it's a little
And a
too
key
late.
piece is people are always paying attention to you, even when you're not paying attention to
to
them.
yourself. Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things that you see, just human trafficking, ladies and children.
It's real. It's,
Yes.
it's not
Very
just
real.
an urban legend that people
Well,
human
you-
traffic people, and it's not human trafficking from other countries necessarily. People are human
here.
trafficked right here, and things like what we're discussing, they got separated from their friends, they've been roofied, things like that. That's how they
Absolutely.
gain some of these people, usually women, young women, to traffic.
And we will have these tips right on our website.
Yes.
So make sure you go and look. We're going to put all our tips on there for you going out
Mm-hmm.
yourselves.
Or in a group.
There is also, actually, Tony found this for me, and I'm surprised more
Who's
bars don't
Tony?
use these. He's our web guy. He's our web guy. Our web guy found these, and they're
Tony,
actually
the man who has a
they're,
tool for
they're
everything.
actually coasters that the bars could actually use, and if your
Yes.
drink has been roofied, it changes colors.
Yes.
Wow.
So if your drink actually had
You
drugs
take-
of some sort
so-
in it, and you set your drink there, it will pop that there's something in your drink that shouldn't be
it
there.
doesn't, like, your drink don't sit on a change. What it is say your cup is on that coaster and you're concerned because you walked away from a cup and you're like,
can dip.
You take a dab of your drink, you drop it on the coaster, and if the coaster changes color a certain way, it means throw that
There's
shit in the
something in
trash.
there. There's something in there
Don't
you don't
drink
want.
it. Yes, absolutely.
So we're also going to put that on our website where you could pick these up. So there will be a lot of tips on our website this time, more so than our toy episode last time, which we gave you guys a lot of tips on where to buy those things at.
And we heard people did.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything else you ladies want to add? I mean, I got notes for days, but
No,
We just wanna
basically,
thank everyone. Thank everyone for joining us. Again, we're at Lou and Choo Lounge at 2101 West Hunting Avenue, in West Hunting Park Avenue, in Philadelphia. Great establishment. We're super excited that they allowed us to bring a whole bus of ladies coming down. It was kind of crazy
30
on the
of
bus
us.
ride
We
down,
have
about 30 of
safety
us.
in numbers.
Safety in
in
numbers. They're hosting us. They're giving us a good time. There's a DJ here, great food. And we're just thankful that they allowed us to use their space to
Do our podcast.
To our podcast.
And remember, when you come here, it is a cash-only establishment.
Yes,
We did
for
not
now.
know that.
For now, they are working on getting the machines
So
in.
we didn't know that at first, but
It's-
we know now.
They just, redid the place so it's the new Lou and Choo's.
It actually is awesome.
It's
It's pretty
very nice,
funky.
very
It's
nice
pretty
setup.
fun. They're hosting a party here soon, so it's,
Yes,
it's
someone's
very
turning
nice space.
50, I saw. So
Yeah.
happy birthday to whoever is turning 50 in this establishment. We will buy you a shot, I promise.
So
Yes.
come find us if we don't find you first.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
so much
Thanks
for
for
joining
joining
the
us.
private table talk.
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
next time.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you on the 14th.
Yes.
Yes.
14th. All right, ladies.